Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Soul Whispers Coming Home to You. This is episode 12, the Blue Moon in Sagittarius, the subconscious mind, and how it holds your healing. Let's begin by taking one slow breath together, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let your shoulders drop, let your jaw release, and let this time be what it is. A time that belongs entirely to you. I'm Susan, certified somatic trauma-informed coach, and all of my credentials are in the show notes below. I am someone who spent nearly 4 decades in a relationship built on intermittent reinforcement, gaslighting, and walking on eggshells. And all of these pieces created the perfect storm for a trauma bond. I'm here because my deepest wish is to help the person I used to be. You see, I found my own way back to myself once I finally had the language for what I had lived, and I am here to give you that language too. 12 episodes, we have come a long way together, and today, under the rarest full moon of the year, we bring it all together. The blue moon in Sagittarius peaked in the early hours of this morning, around 4:45 a.m. Eastern Time. If you woke up in the night and could not find yourself getting back to sleep, well, that was not random. The blue moon has a way of stirring the subconscious, surfacing what has been running quietly beneath the level of conscious awareness. Today, we turn toward that. We name it, and we give it a new instruction. This is the episode I have been building toward since we began. So before we go into the blue moon and the subconscious mind, I want to take just a moment to acknowledge what we have been building together in these last 12 weeks. In episode 1, we talked about the whisper and coming home to you. In episode 2, the seed you planted. Episode 3, your voice and going quiet. Episode 4, safety built inside. Episode 5, how the anger went underground. Episode 6, we talked about the new moon and who you are becoming. In episode 7, we had the full moon in Scorpio, where we talked about the truth. In episode 8, what your gut knew. Episode 9, the story that sets you free. Episode 10, we talked about the trauma bond and introduced EFT. And episode 11, the parts that survived, where we talked about IFS, internal family systems. And now in episode 12, we're going to talk about the blue moon and the program and how to change it. Every single one of those episodes has been landing in your subconscious, not just in your conscious understanding, but in a deeper place, the place where the patterns live, the place where the old program has been running. And today, under this blue moon, that deeper place is extraordinarily receptive. The subconscious is most open during peak lunar energy, in the early morning hours, and in the states of deep relaxation. You are in all those conditions right now, which means today's episode lands at a depth that most ordinary days cannot reach. There was a night, years into my healing, when I woke up frequently at 3 a.m., laying in the dark, listening to my own thoughts. And then, of course, I couldn't get back to sleep. And what I heard was the program. Not my thoughts exactly, more like a soundtrack that had been playing so long I had stopped noticing it was there. The voice that said, "You're not worthy, you're too much." The assumption that love comes with conditions. The automatic calculation before every conversation of whether expressing what I actually felt was worth the cost. And I had done years of work by then. I had the language, I had already left the relationship, I had found the somatic practices and the parts work, and the IFS framework that helped me understand why I stayed. I had done so much, and the program was still running. The conscious mind can understand everything and change nothing. Real change, lasting change, happens in the subconscious. in the place that formed its beliefs long before we had the words to question them. That night, I understood something that changed my practice entirely. The work was not just about understanding what happened. It was about going beneath the understanding, into the subconscious, the vast, deep, extraordinarily powerful part of the mind that runs 95% of our behavior, our emotional responses, our automatic patterns of relating, and then giving it a new instruction. Not a positive affirmation spoken at it from the outside. A genuine, felt, embodied new experience that the subconscious could use to rewrite the program from within. That is what today is for. And the blue moon is the most powerful container we have had all year to do it in. And perhaps your program looks different from mine. Perhaps it says, I'm not enough, or I can't trust anyone, or I'm afraid to love because it always leaves me, or I have to do everything alone. The specific words change. The structure is the same. A belief formed in circumstances that no longer exist, running as if they still do, shaping every relationship, every choice, every moment of self-perception from the inside out. The blue moon in Sagittarius is asking one question today, not gently. Sagittarius never asks gently, directly, with the full fire of a sign that has zero patience for comfortable half-truths. The question is, what program has been running? And are you finally ready to change it? So let's talk about this blue moon. A blue moon is the second full moon in a single calendar month. It is rare, happening only once every 2 to 3 years. And in terms of energy, it acts like a full moon with the volume turned up all the way. Everything a full moon does, the illumination, the release, the bringing of what was hidden into full light, a blue moon amplifies. This particular blue moon lands in Sagittarius, which is the fire sign, the sign of truth-telling, of expansion, of the arrow aimed at something larger than where you have been. Sagittarius is the sign that burns away what is no longer true so that what is genuinely true can finally breathe. The blue moon carries extraordinary weight beyond its rarity. The sun and moon sit in a grand cross with the north and south nodes of destiny, two of the most significant points in astrology, associated with fate, life purpose, and the soul's direction. This alignment asks, are you moving toward the life you came here for? Or are you still being held in a place by old patterns that were formed in a life that is no longer yours? That is not an abstract question for this community. For every person who has spent years inside a relationship that required their disappearance, the question of destiny, of what you were actually here for beneath and beyond the relationship, is one of the most alive questions there is. The blue moon is not asking it to overwhelm you. It is asking it because you're finally 12 episodes deep into coming home to yourself. You're ready to hear the answer. Now, 95% of your behavior, our emotional responses, and our automatic ways of relating to the world are generated by the subconscious mind, not the conscious mind, the one that reads books about healing and understands what happened and has the language for it. The other one, the vast, ancient, extraordinarily powerful part that formed its core beliefs before the age of 7 and has been running them as fact ever since. The subconscious mind does not know time. It does not know that the relationship is over. It does not know that the environment has changed. It only knows the program it was given, the beliefs, the emotional expectations, the automatic threat responses, and it runs them faithfully, loyally, without question, until it is given something genuinely new. This is why you can understand your healing completely and still react from the old wound. Why you can know with every conscious cell that you're safe and yet still feel that familiar tightening when someone raises their voice. Why the narrative rewriting and the parts work and the EFT all matter. They are all in different ways speaking to the subconscious in languages it can receive. The subconscious does not change through logic. It changes through experience, through feeling, through the body receiving a new emotional reality consistently enough that the old program begins to lose its grip. Now, when we do IFS work, internal family systems, when we turn toward the exile who carries the old wound and the manager who built the protective program around it, we're doing subconscious work. The exile does not live in the conscious mind. It lives in the body, in the nervous system, in the part of the psyche that formed before language. When the self turns toward the exile with compassion and the exile finally feels heard, the subconscious receives a new experience, a new data point, something that says, the world is different now. It is safe to update. The blue moon in Sagittarius is asking which program is ready to be updated, which part has been running a belief that formed in a reality that no longer exists, and what the new instruction, spoken with full feeling, full embodiment, full conviction, needs to say. The subconscious mind receives most readily in 3 states, in that drowsy, drifting state between waking and sleep, in deep relaxation, and in moments of genuine emotional resonance. This is why the guided meditations in this series work differently from simply thinking about healing. The meditation state opens the door. The felt experience walks through it. Today's meditation is specifically designed to work with the blue moon energy and the subconscious simultaneously. We will go deep. We will find the program. We will meet the part that's been running it, and we will offer it with full, genuine, embodied feeling of someone who means every word something completely new. Now, I want to say something to the part of you that wonders if the program can really change. The part that has done so much work and still finds the old patterns surfacing. The part that gets frustrated with itself for reacting from the wound even when it knows better. That wonders if this is simply who it is now, shaped by what has happened, unable to fully escape it. I want to tell you what I know from my own healing and from walking alongside others in their healing. The program changes, not through force, not through willpower, not through simply deciding to be different, but through the slow, patient, consistent practice of giving the subconscious a new experience, through the body, through the parts, through the felt sense of what safe actually feels like, until the new experience becomes more familiar than the old one. Neuroplasticity is not a metaphor, it is biology. Your brain is physically capable of building new pathways right now, at whatever age you are, regardless of how long the old program has been running. You were made to heal. It is built into the architecture of your being. God, the universe, source, the intelligence that wired neuroplasticity into your brain before you were born, that gave you a subconscious mind capable of receiving new instructions, that has been guiding you through 12 episodes towards exactly this moment. That intelligence is with you right now. The whisper from your soul that brought you here was never random. It was the subconscious mind of a deeper intelligence calling you toward the life that was always meant for you, toward the healing, toward the freedom, toward the version of yourself that exists on the other side of the old program. That version is not far away. She is one new instruction away. And under this blue moon tonight, you're going to give it just that. Now, before we go to the meditation, let's do a short somatic grounding practice to locate the program in the body, because the subconscious speaks in sensation, not words. So if you can, sit quietly and close your eyes and take 3 vagus nerve breaths. In through your nose for 4. You're going to hold for 2 and slowly exhale out of your mouth for 7. Again, in for 4 and slowly out for 7. One more time, in for 4, holding for 2 and out for 7. Now ask, not your mind, but your body, one question. What is the oldest story I still carry about myself or about love? Don't reach for a verbal answer. Instead, feel it. Notice where your body responds to the question. A tightening, a heaviness, perhaps a familiar ache in your chest or belly or even your throat. Notice the sensation, because that sensation is the program making itself known. I'm going to ask the question again, and I want you to really just feel in your body. What is the oldest story I still carry about myself or about love? Feel the sensation in your body. Now, place your hand there, wherever you feel guided. Breathe warmth into it. And then I'd like you to say these words out loud with feeling and compassion. I see you. I know you have been running for a long time. I am not here to fight you. I am here to understand you and to offer you something new. And breathe. And that's enough for now. And if you're ready, let's begin your meditation, where I offer some new instructions and guidance to help you on your journey. So find yourself in a comfortable position. If you're sitting, you can put your feet on the floor, hands open to receive in your lap, facing upward. Take one slow, deep breath in and a long, slow exhale out. Let your body settle downward as if every breath is releasing you a little more deeply into the ground beneath you. The blue moon has already been working in you since the early hours of this day. You may feel something heightened, a sensitivity, a clarity, even restlessness, a depth of feeling that is a little closer to the surface than usual. Whatever is present, welcome it. This is the blue moon doing what it does, illuminating, preparing the ground, Now let yourself arrive here fully. 12 weeks of coming home. And now, the blue moon holding all of it, amplifying all of it, asking, are you ready for the program you've been running to change? Now I want to invite you to imagine in your mind's eye a beautiful staircase, not threatening, but beautiful, wide and warm, with soft light below. Each step taking you a little deeper, a little more relaxed, a little more open to what lives beneath the surface of the everyday mind. 10 steps, and with each one, you are twice as relaxed as the step before. 10, feeling your body sink a little deeper into the chair. 9, feeling your jaw soften and your hands unclench. 8, notice your breath slowing down, each exhale longer than the last. 7, a warmth begins to spread through your chest. And 6, your mind quieting, the surface thoughts beginning to still. 5, halfway there, deeper than you have been in a long time. 4, the blue moon energy surrounding you, holding you and surrounding you with safety. 3, the subconscious is opening and ready to receive. 2, almost there. And 1, you are here in this beautiful deep place where the program lives. And breathe. From this place, from this deep, open, receptive state, I want you to allow the old program to make itself visible, not to overwhelm you, just to show itself clearly so it can be seen fully for what it is. It might appear as a color or a shape or a physical sensation that now has a visual quality to it. It might look like words written somewhere, the old belief stated plainly. It might come as a feeling, familiar, heavy, old. Whatever form it takes, see it and notice its qualities. How large is it? Where is it located? Does it have weight? Does it have color? Does it feel like something that was placed there from the outside? Or does it feel like something that grew from within? Now, from the self, from the calm, compassionate wisdom that is your deepest nature, go ahead and ask it, How old are you? Remember to just go with whatever comes to your mind first. Don't try to analyze it. When did you first form? Now I want you to see, perhaps for the first time, with complete clarity, that this program was formed by a young part of you in circumstances that are no longer the circumstances of your life. It was doing the only thing it knew, making sense of a confusing world with the tools of a child who did not yet have the language or the safety or the support to make sense of it any other way. And that child deserves compassion, not judgment, not urgency, just quiet acknowledgement. You did the best you could. And let that child know by saying out loud, I am here for you now. And breathe. Now from the self, turn toward the part that has been running this program. The exile, the manager, whatever part has been carrying this belief faithfully all these years. Let it feel your presence. Not pressure, presence. The difference between being pushed towards something and being invited towards something lets you know you are finally safe enough to move forward. Now speak these words out loud and tell this part of you, I see you. I know how long you've been carrying this. I know it felt like the truth. I know you were trying to protect me. And I am not here to take anything from you. I am here to offer you something. And breathe. And then speak out loud. What if it didn't have to be true anymore? What if the world it formed itself around, that specific, difficult, exhausting world, was simply no longer the world you live in? And breathe. And relax, letting yourself go even deeper now. Under this blue moon, in this deep, open, receptive state, I invite you to give your subconscious mind a new instruction, not forced, spoken from the deepest place that you can access right now, with the full weight of 12 weeks of coming home behind every word. Now take a breath and place your hand on your heart and say these words out loud as if you mean them, because you do. The old program served its purpose. It kept me safe in the only way I knew. And now I am giving myself a new instruction. I am safe. The threat is in the past. I am worthy of love that does not require my disappearance. I am allowed to take up space, to use my voice, to trust my knowing. The version of me that was formed in that relationship is not the whole of me. She is one part, and she is loved, and she can rest. I choose from this moment, under this blue moon, with this body, to run a different program. One that says, I am home. I am whole. I am becoming. And breathe. Let your body feel all of it. Wherever your hand is resting, let the new instruction land not as a thought, but as a felt reality. Something the subconscious can hold, something it can use. You can relax your hands now and feel the blue moon above you, even if you cannot see it from where you are sitting or lying. It has been there since early in the morning, at full illumination in the rarest configuration of the year. Feel the intelligence behind it. Feel the energy of God, the universe, source, for that is what hung the moon in the sky, a meeting place between the human soul and the divine purpose. This was your appointed time. This episode, this moon, this specific blue moon, in this specific year of your healing was part of the path that was always being prepared for you. And as you take in a slow breath, feel love and healing and safety enter your body. And as you exhale, release the toxins, the old program and old beliefs, and let them dissolve into the violet flame. The whisper from your soul was never random. Every breath, every practice, every moment of turning toward yourself rather than away was all guidance, all love, all the intelligence of something larger than the program calling you home. And the new instruction you just gave your subconscious, it is sealed now by this blue moon, by you showing up faithfully, by the extraordinary courage of a person who chose again and again to come home to herself. Now slowly and gently begin to return to to your room and your body, feeling the weight of your body, the floor or the ground beneath your feet. And take one final breath in through your nose all the way to where your hand is resting in a long, complete exhale. Let it carry the last of the old program as it releases from your body and your nervous system. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Tonight, if you feel called, do this simple ritual before you sleep. Light a candle, sit quietly in front of it for a moment and feel the light. The blue moon is in Sagittarius, fire energy. The candle is fire. Let them speak to each other. Take a small piece of paper and write in one sentence the old program you're releasing, and be specific. Not the past, the actual belief, the actual story, the thing that it has been running. Hold it in your hands, feel its weight, the real weight of having carried this for so long, and then state out loud, "This was true once. It is not true now. I release it back to where it came from. It no longer runs me." Then safely burn it with the candle flame or tear it into pieces. The physical act of releasing it signals something profound to the subconscious. The body understands ritual in a way the mind sometimes does not. Then write a sentence on a fresh piece of paper. The new instruction, the true thing, the one you said in the meditation. And keep that one. Place it where you will see it in the morning. And read it out loud when you wake up, when the subconscious is most open, and right before you go to sleep. Let it be the first new data point of your day. Thank you for joining me today. If you've been with me since the beginning of this series, or if you've heard one of these episodes and went back and listened to all of them, I'm so proud of you. You are doing the work. And that is 12 episodes, 12 weeks of the whisper from your soul. And today, the program finally receiving a new instruction. This is the end of the first chapter of Soul Whispers. And what comes next is where it gets even deeper. Next episode, episode 13, we go into love bombing, the seduction before the storm. And when we look at it through the IFS lens, the part that believed it, the part that always sensed something was off, the exile who needed the love so desperately that she accepted what was offered even when it wasn't right. It is one of the most important episodes of the series, and if you've been listening to all these episodes, then you are ready for it. You can find me here every week offering you a safe place to land. And if you're ready to go deeper, if something in today's episode landed in a place that needs more than an episode can reach, and if you felt the subconscious program running while we talked about it and knew that this work needs a living, breathing conversation, well, I am here for exactly that. I offer private one-to-one sessions along with discounted packages. You do not have to reprogram alone. I'm here when you are ready. And before you go, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Tonight, under this blue moon, what is the old program you are ready to release? What is the new instruction you're giving your subconscious? Name it here. Writing it makes it real, and your words might be exactly what someone else needed to find the courage to name theirs. If Soul Whispers is part of your healing, I hope you subscribe so you never miss an episode, and please leave a thumbs up if today helped, and share this with one person who is ready for their old program to change. Remember, my friend, you are already home. Till next week, love and hugs.